And we're back with One Punch Man, chapter 210, Intense Training Camp. A My Mask has taken it upon himself to recruit Saitama to become the ultimate hero. He wants to take him under his wing and teach him how to be essentially All Might, like a symbol of peace, because Baldy doesn't really know how to market himself, he just knows how to be strong. And as more and more characters throughout this series start to acknowledge Saitama, the more responsibility he will get. And on our cover page here today, we just got Murata flexing. He gave us Suiko, who is Suryu's sister, and he just drew her like a snack because, well, it's Murata. We got Saitama surfing as Suryu's holding up his surfboard, and Genos running in with sun oil. He just looks so goofy. Totally awesome cover here. Murata never disappointing. But before we jump into this chapter, a quick reminder that time is running out to get the Saitama transformation badge in the City of Atlan collaboration. You can fight against the boss battle Boros, you can get a Tatsumaki pet, and even Genos as a mount. There's a link in the description to sign up for City of Atlan. Get this awesome One Punch Man collab before it ends. So we're starting off here as a My Mask has taken Saitama to a cafe, which this is the entire first page, just this extremely detailed cafe. For whatever reason, Murata loving his landscape shots. Pretty much the only reason Saitama came is because he wanted to get some free lunch, and he has nothing else to do. Saitama orders a cola, and then a My Mask gets a homemade lemonade, and then kind of like changes Saitama's drink to a Shisho ginger ale, which later on we'll see in the chapter irritates Saitama. Like pretty much once a My Mask orders for Saitama, he just stops listening to like everything that a My Mask has to say. Okay, this part was actually super interesting in the chapter, this big lore dump about why the world of One Punch Man is the way it is. Long ago, there used to be countries all over the earth that repeatedly waged large-scale world wars fighting over land and resources. As the population declined and the preservation of the species became a priority, the human race unified its language and global government was born. This was the first era of change, a new world order. However, the effects of the World War continued to erode the planet. The environment turned toxic, climate change accelerated, sea levels rose, and harmful organisms proliferated. In response, humanity abandoned their territories, focusing all its efforts on a supercontinent, and carried out mass migration. After overcoming this second era of change, the single united nation grew strong once again. So what he's telling us is that basically One Punch Man is taking place way far out in the future. At some point, like World War III happened and the powers consolidated, humanity started perishing, and so they took everyone and they formed this supercontinent. And that's with all the A through Z city, that is the world of One Punch Man. So it's essentially in the future. Apparently humans are what you can call constant environmental beings. It means we're a unique species capable of controlling the environment to suit ourselves. Amazing, isn't it? Even though we have such physically weak bodies compared to other animals, we have survived for so long. But now we're facing something we can't solve solely by adjusting the environment. A third era of change is upon us. What do you think that is? As he asks Saitama, who stares around blankly, and I don't think he's even paying attention. His Shisho ginger ale finally shows up. It's humanity's natural enemy, the emergence of monsters processing high degrees of intelligence. A few years ago, there was a rare phenomenon, but now the constant evacuation alarms are getting out of hand. What's worse, most monsters originated among us. So perhaps like outside of the supercontinent, there's a bunch of monsters all over the other land everywhere, and this is like the Attack on Titan, like the only safe place in the world. But he's saying no, monsters are spawning among us. They're not coming from outside. But it also gives this creepy face on him because he himself is a monster. And as a My Mask says, like taking medicine when you catch a cold, how do we respond to the emergence of monsters? Humanity needs an immune system, and this immune system is heroes. We need to increase the number of capable heroes, and there must be someone there to lead them and encourage them, a charismatic, absolute hero. The birth of a true hero will bring about a new transformation in this chaotic world. Caped Baldy, that's who you will become. I've decided to turn you into a superhero. So yeah, My Mask wants him to become the beacon of all heroes. In order to do that, he's gonna have to learn My Mask's ways of being suave and smooth. having girls fawn over you, and basically people look up to you. He's a specialist in image, and Saitama has the power to be the superhero, but he doesn't have the image, and he doesn't really care. So My Mask is like, I will train you to take on this role. No time like the present. Let's start with getting to know each other. So it turns out that they're not actually eating lunch here. They're gonna go eat lunch at a special private place, and My Mask is gonna give him the entire rundown, feed him, and then start to train him and turn him into this suave, high-image Superman, essentially, that the entire world looks up to. But funnily enough, as he's going on this whole tangent and rambling, he says, this is a top-secret project, don't tell anyone, I might even abolish the S-Class. And the whole time Saitama's like, wait, this guy ordered my drink without asking me? That really bothered me, and I don't hear a word of what he's saying. This is just a hilarious panel. It's just such Saitama, such good comedy. Trying to get Saitama to sign this contract where he describes the changes that are coming to the Hero Association, although I'm confused as to, like, why a My Mask would have that much power that he could essentially upheave the entire hero system. Could he do that? Does he have enough clout to do that? So now we're gonna go over to this new training place where Saitama got a whole sort of delicious food. A My Mask saying, I cleared my agenda for 2 days so I can train you in this extensive training camp. And Saitama's like, you wanna train me? Like, he hasn't been listening to a word this guy's been saying. No, I'm aware of your power, but I'm not too sure about your value system or your humanity. I'm gonna teach you everything I know, and it's study time. So he takes this whiteboard and he puts hero in the middle, but then he puts like all these qualities and traits around the word hero, and these are things that Saitama is gonna have to learn. A hero must always be strong, elegant, and victorious. However, just like anime and movies can inspire courage. I believe it's possible to create a hero in real life whose very existence acts as a pillar in people's hearts. It's impossible to respond to every voice asking for help, but then he stops and he sees this Saitama like just straight up passed out. He's so bored right now. This plan is not working well for a My Mask. So I think a My Mask's intentions are actually good here. He knows how strong Saitama actually is, but his image, his brand is just trash. And if he can boost his brand up to make him more popular, he thinks that that symbol of hope will give more faith to humanity. That's pretty much the end of the chapter here, but spoilers going into the next chapter and the webcomic, a My Mask will have a big battle here with this giant clown monster, and it gets intense. It forces a My Mask to go full monster form, and we've never seen that in the manga, so it may be next chapter or perhaps the one after next chapter, but this battle is going to come through where Murata is going to draw the full monsterized form of a My Mask for the first time in manga format. So I'm pretty excited about seeing that. And also coming up, Blue and Genos are gonna bump into each other, so that interaction will be pretty exciting as well. But we're gonna have to wait 2 weeks for the next chapter. Hopefully we get one that's more than 14 pages. I mean, man, so as I've been going back through the manga, making videos for season 3, all the old chapters used to be like over 40 pages, or at least a lot of them did. And these chapters are just so short. I'm just wondering if we'll ever get the big chapters again. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Download Crystal of Atlan while you can to get that Saitama transformation badge, and I will see you guys soon for the next One Punch Man video.